On pages 1 and 2 of our Unit 3 notes, we are reviewing graphing and writing inequalities. An inequality is a situation such as this: any number, representing any number as our variable x, greater than or equal to -4. This is our greater than or equal to symbol, and in this case, -4. Any number greater than or equal to -4, that could be -4, it could be 2, it could be -1.5, it could be 2, it could be 4, it could be 10, 20, 50. Any number greater than or equal to -4, we're representing the fact that this is an infinite number of solutions with an arrow pointing to the right. So -4 and all the numbers bigger than that is represented with this one-dimensional graph. I said some possible solutions: -4, -2, 4, 50. In summary, a situation that's greater than or equal to will be a closed dot indicating that you can equal that number and an arrow to the right. Any number less than or equal to, again represented with a variable and the less than or equal to sign, in this case the number 3. So we can equal the number 3. 3 is a possible solution. 2 is a possible solution. 0 is a possible solution. -2.5, -10, -2 million. Anything less than or equal to 3. So I'm going to just put -52. And again, this arrow pointing to the left shows me I can be any number, any possible number less than or equal to 3. In summary, less than or equal to, represented by a closed dot, a filled-in dot, and an arrow to the left, indicating smaller values. Any number greater than 2, any number x, greater than, now we don't have the equal sign. So any number greater than 2 means we can't actually equal 2. That's why we have the open dot, the dot that's not filled in. That means 2 is not part of the solution set. But any number bigger than that, greater than that, is. Possible solutions: not 2. 3 is a possible solution. 50 is a possible solution. 2,000 is a possible solution. 2.5 is a possible solution. 2 and 1/10 is a possible solution, just not 2. Greater than represented by an open dot, arrow to the right. Any number x less than symbol, in this case 0. Again, an open dot meaning 0 is not a solution, but anything less than 0 is. So -1/10, -1, -2, -4, -50, -1,000. 0 is not, -1 is, -1/10 is, -1,000. Again, the open dot, visualizing that as including not that number, but the numbers to the left. Summarizing, less than is graphed with an open dot, arrow to the left. Any number not equal to -2, we represent with the not equal to symbol. And we're going to graph that, not just with an open dot. If we just had an open dot at -2, we wouldn't have actually included any possible numbers as our solution. If we can equal anything but -2, we're filling in arrows to both directions saying that we can equal -4, -50, 4, 50, anything but -2. Sometimes instead of giving you the situation or the inequality and asking you to graph, we'll give you the graph. And then you're just going to say, okay, we can equal -2, or it's any number greater than or equal to -2 with that arrow to the right. Right here, we are indicating that we always, always, always want you to rewrite the inequality with the variable on the left. This will help you properly graph. So 2 is greater than x. That is the same thing as saying x is less than 2. Writing the variable on the left will help you graph correctly. So this inequality sign points in the same direction as my graph. So you can see here that's true. Greater than matches the arrow. Less than matches the arrow. Greater than matches the arrow. Less than matches the arrow. So we're going to rewrite it so our variable is on the left, and that will help us properly graph. On the right side of our notes, we're looking at some different real-world words that we use that are a little bit confusing. Sometimes when I give you a situation, it's very straightforward. You have to be older than 10 to go to this part of the playground. Any number bigger than 10, you have to be older. You have to weigh less than 100 pounds to go on this ride, less than. Those are easy situations. But some words like no more than, no less than, at least, at most are a little confusing because we have, for example, the word at least, but you have to be at least 15. That's a greater than or equal to. You can have at most 10 cookies. That's a less than or equal to. You can have no more than 3 infractions. So even though it has the word more in it, that's a less than or equal to. You can have no less than a 90%. That's a greater than or equal to. We talked about these in class, and my suggestion for you, rather than memorizing this, is to read the situation and think about some particular values that make the inequality true and use that to help you write your inequality. So for example, you must be at least 48 inches. This has the word least in it, so you might think it's a less than symbol. But instead, let's think about it. You must be at least 48 inches tall. That means you can be 48 inches, you can be 49 inches, you can be 50 inches, you can be 50 and a half. So this is the situation where you can equal 48 inches, but you can also be greater than it. So at least is a greater than or equal to symbol. No more than 12. You can be 12 to order from the kids menu. You can be 11. You can be 10. Apparently, you can also be negative 100. So this is the situation where it's okay to equal 12, but you can also be less than 12. So the no more than is less than or equal to. On the freeway, you can drive at most 65. You can drive 65. It's okay to drive 64. It's okay to drive 62. Apparently, it's okay to drive 10. So this is a situation where you can drive 65, but you can also drive less than 65 miles an hour. So we've done at most, we've done no more than, we've done at least, so last is no less than. You have to earn no less than 88%. So we know there's an 88 involved. No less than, you can earn an 88, but you can't earn an 87. But you can earn an 89. So if you score less than an 88, you're not going to keep your A. If you score more than, like 89, 90, 100, then in that case, you also keep your A. So this is, no less than, is a greater than or equal to situation. The other thing about these real-world situations is usually the numbers don't fall in our straightforward -4 to 4 or -10 to 10 number line. And the expectation is I want you to give me 3 numbers on your graph. So the number that's included in the inequality, and 1 number to the right, 1 number to the left, 1 number to the right is our minimum that I want you to show me on your graph, your number line. So then we graph just like we did on the left. At least 48 inches is greater than or equal to 48. So you do a closed dot at 48 and then an arrow to the right.